Hello, this is N.Gin Labs. Today we're back and we're playing Crash Team Racing. I saw this video yesterday of this guy driving his Civic inside of Mario Kart Wii tracks, and I thought, hey, I want to try something like that. So we're going to do something similar. So I created a tier list of different outcomes of the tracks, defined as perfectly drivable, risky but doable, detoured, definitely damaged something, totaled or stuck, or died. So hopefully we can complete most of these tracks. And yeah, let's get started. So we're gonna start right in Crash Cove. Uh-oh. That's sand. And starting off, we have totaled or stuck, because I got stuck in the sand. Let's see what we got for the next track. And next we got Rouge Tubes. Is this sand or dirt? Let's assume this is dirt. Alright, we got a steep downhill, but it should be doable. Gonna accelerate a little bit just to get up here. Yep, definitely broke something. Just a lot of downhill, not so much uphill. Oh. And that is a lap. So that track is completely doable. So I'll put perfectly drivable. It wasn't too dangerous where I would worry about it being damaged. I would hope the suspension would save it from damage. And next is Tiger Temple. So I do remember there is fire in this track, but can I avoid it? So far so good. The ground is just dirt, nothing too crazy. Whoop, whoop. So there's a lot of bumps in this track, but I would say it's nothing different. Oh, oh, oh. Just a normal mud season. So it seems like the biggest obstacle is the bumps, but that is nothing that my Trailblazer has not come across before. Whoa. Okay, these divots are pretty steep, so I wouldn't be surprised if it hits a chassis. Totaled. And I'd say that's worse than Crash Cove. Alright, next one is Coco Park. Oh, perfect, an actual road. I don't think the ground changes at all, so I believe through the entire track I'll be alright. And the road is relatively smooth, no crazy bumps in the road or nothing. And that's another track done. Completely doable. I would say that's better than Rouge Tubes because the road's actually made for this type of car. And next is Mystery Caves. Alright, so we're on the dirt ground. Nothing too crazy at the moment. Oh, water. So I would hope I would go fast enough to go through it. It's a little steep, but right now it's not too crazy. Not too complicated. I need a bit more speed. I think my car could barely pass it, but the water's not good for the vehicle. Okay, so this is where things get a bit more complicated. I think even if my car survived that jump, there's no way it would slow down time to make the turn. Would I say it's enough for me to die? No. I would say just totaled. Maybe not as bad as Tiger Temple. Next is Blizzard Bluff. So without seeing the track, I could see this being possible. So my car is really used to snow, and it's got 4-wheel drive, so it should be completely doable. Uh-oh. Yeah! Oh. Yeah, that's not gonna happen. Completely undoable. I'd say it's enough for me to be in the hospital. So I'd say it's closer to being a die than a total and stuck situation. Alright, Sewer Speedway, here we go. Okay, that first jump is gonna make me a bit nervous. I say with the right timing of the jump, I could see it's being doable. Oh, we gotta back up. Good thing I got a backup camera in my vehicle. Let's try this route. This one's better. Uh-oh. So I can't really make that jump. I cannot make this jump with my normal vehicle. Let's see if I can just... Okay, maybe with the right acceleration this could be doable. But that's kind of pushing it. We'll see what happens. Okay, now this is an issue. I have to go down now. But I have to worry about tilting or crashing. Let's see what it looks like. Yeah, I don't think that's doable. I'd say this could have been a detour type of situation, but with the jumps, I just can't see it being possible. So I'll have to label this as a total or stuck. Uh-oh. Did I forget to make one for Sewer Speedway? There we go. I would say it's a total or stock. Is it worse than this one? I would say it is worse. Because even though they're both totaled the same way, the measures I had to get to just to get there was worse. Dingo Canyon. And I already see that there's pavement. I don't know if I can complete the track, but that's a good sign I can get pretty far. It looks like the track does end with a jump, but we'll see how far we can go with this. So far, not a big deal. Oh, gotta speed up. Well, the suspensions could take care of that. That's not a big deal. Yeah, I couldn't even make it to the jump, so that's a total. So that's a total. And I'd say that's even worse than Tiny Temple and all of them. Papu's Pyramid. Alright, so the ground is drivable. Not too bad. Okay, this would require me to make a slow turn, but it's doable. Alright, so after making up the pyramid, what's next? We got a wide track. Not so sharp turn. Uh-oh. I forgot about this part. Ugh. Yep, that's a total. I'd say the drop for the Blizzard Bluff is worse than this track, so I'll put it right here. Put it right here. Alright, Dragon Mine. For a quick analysis, it looks like we never had any tracks that are risky but doable, or definitely damage something. But maybe this will be it. I assume this is dirt. Just gonna drive around here, avoid the water. Ground's a bit lumpy, but it's still doable. Gonna have to slow down for this. Alright, that's good. Let me go a bit lopsided. And I'll put this under risky but doable. So the difference between these two tracks is the roads are a bit more dangerous, there's more obstacles. With this, it's just, you got steep paths, which is not necessarily dangerous. So I think this is what's appropriate for this track. So nothing for definitely damage something, but maybe we'll get something in the next track. The next one is Polar Pass. Alright, there's some seals, but that's not a big deal. We can just ride past them. So far my 4-wheel drive is working out pretty good. It's making the turns. Probably damaged something there. Well, this could be risky. Whoa. And I died. Alright, the next one is Cortex Castle. Okay, the ground's drivable. Well, there's a jump, but that's probably doable. I think the suspension will save it. A lot of sharp angles, but I think my car can barely make it. As long as I have 4-wheel drive on. Uh-oh. And I died again. Maybe Tiny Arena will make a difference. Well, I'm already looking at this track and I'm a little concerned. These bumps look a bit enormous. Just gonna drive around them carefully. A lot of risks to take just to get up here. I'll sleep in this mud. Yeah, I'm definitely stuck. Alright, Air Skyway seems to be the most risky track of the few, but I think the track is potentially safe enough to cross. Alright, let's see how far we can make it. So far, the roads are pretty smooth, nothing crazy. Gonna have to avoid the boost pads because they are dangerous. Uh-oh. And I died. And the next one is N.Gin Labs. Alright, so these turns are fine. They're wide enough for me to turn. Definitely damaged something there. Oh, definitely damaged something there. Let's turn over here. Oh, definitely scraped something. Well, that's pretty risky, but so far I'm alright. Another big jump. So far the worst that's happened is I scraped some paint on the side of my vehicle, but my car is making it through. It's not total. With some more steep jumps, but nothing too dangerous. Uh-oh. Yeah. That's definitely death. I could have sworn I checked all these and made sure I had a image for each one, but I guess I didn't. I'd say it's about the same tier as Cortex Castle. Maybe just as dangerous. Alright. Now this one I know I'm not going to survive, but how far can I make it before it becomes a fatality? Alright, Oxide Station, here we go. So far it's very generous, giving us smooth, clean tracks. No obstacles other than boost pads. Narrow spot, but it's passable. Some sharp turns, but again, nothing too crazy. Well, this might be an issue. Well, I'm definitely put a lot of work on suspension, but I'm sure it's passable. Oh, and that's definitely a total. And probably a death too. And we didn't even make it out of space. So let's put it right over here. Alright, High Coliseum. And I see pavement. That's a good sign. But is it drivable? So far it's not complicated. I'm just gonna make the turns okay. As long as I stay on the road I should be fine. Gonna slow down. Nice. This seems pretty good. And there's no jumps in this track that I know of that I have to take. So I think that is it. Bingo. Well, I would have shown you what it would look like in turbo track, but I don't have it unlocked. I tried to unlock it, didn't work, so we're just gonna end it with that. So I hope you found this tier list interesting. So let's look at the tracks. So out of the 15 tracks that we reviewed, 7 of them cause a death. We have 3 of them that cause a total, and 3 of them that cause a stuck. None of the tracks were definitely doable, but damaged something. There was one track that was risky, but had to be done through doing detours and safe driving. And 3 of them were completely drivable, with just at most some steepness or just some turns, but were doable. So I hope you found this video interesting. If you want more like this, comment below, leave a like. Well anyways, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.